Welcome to the channel. This is David from Nolan's Aquarium. Today we're going to be talking about Hardscape and their characteristics. Let's get to it. First up on the list is granite. Granite's a well-textured stone that comes in a variety of different colors. It's got a hardness of 6 to 6.5 on the Mohs scale. It is inert, but we do recommend rinsing before putting it in your tank. Next up on the list is Mexican pebble, or aka river rock. Typically found in streams and rivers, these are pretty smooth stones. They also got a hardness of 6 to 6.5 on the Mohs scale, so they're pretty tough to break. As far as pH impact goes on them, they're typically inert, but sometimes, depending on where you get your rocks, they could affect your pH a little bit, but not enough to make a difference. Next up on the list is mountain stone. Mountain stone, as the name suggests, is a sharp, mountainy looking type of rock. It's very sandy, kind of beige color. Unlike the others, this is actually easier to break up into smaller pieces to get a more detailed look or accents. As far as pH goes on this does raise up your pH, but you can usually buffer this out with pieces of driftwood or other things. Our next stone is onyx stone. Onyx stone is composed up of quartz as well as iron oxide minerals, giving it its unique reddish white kind of look and texture. Like other stones, it's on the Mohs scale of 6 to 6.5, making it pretty tough to break down. There's not much known on this stone as far as pH goes. We do plan to feature this in an upcoming video. Next up on the list is elephant stone. Elephant stone, like its namesake, resembles the skin of an elephant. On the Mohs scale, it's a 3.5 to 4. It's a little bit easier to break up. I do recommend rinsing this as it is kind of dusty. And as far as pH goes, it is very alkaline, so I would recommend combating this with either driftwood or any other additives. Next up on our list is Manton stone. Manton stone's a funny looking stone. It's got a rocky-like structure with iron oxide on top, giving it like a nice red blemish color. Best used for more mountainous setups or beach cliffs. We would recommend rinsing this pretty thoroughly. It is inert, but due to the iron oxide on the stone, it could play with your water chemistry. On the Mohs scale, it's about 6 to 6.5, making it pretty tough to break up. Next up, we have Gobi stone. Gobi stone is typically smooth. It does come in a different variety of colors like reds and blues and whites. It's more of a natural looking stone, best suited to making maybe cliffs and canyon sides. On the Mohs scales, this is about 7 to 8, making it pretty tough to break down. It will alter your water chemistry a bit, but not enough to do anything crazy. Now onto the more popular stones here. This is dragonstone. The reason it's called dragonstone is because of the crevices. The crevices from a distance make it look like it's made up of scales, giving it that dragony effect. Dragonstone is composed up of clay, which on the Mohs scale makes it about 2 to 3, so it's quite easy to break down into smaller pieces if needed. It's inert, so it won't mess up your water chemistry. Next up, we have our slates. We have our regular slate on my right and our Gray River slate on my left. Both are stackable, perfect for egg-laying fish. You can definitely do a lot with these stones. As far as appearances go, our regular slate has a crystallized version, a little darker than our Gray River. Both are 2.5 to 3 on the Mohs scale, meaning that they're easier to break down, and as pH goes, they're neutral. They will play with your water chemistry, but if you got driftwood or any other additives, you'll be alright. Arguably our most popular stone here at the shop, we got Boutique Series stone. Boutique Series stone is carbonated limestone with calcite. It gives it that white veiny appearance that you see before you. This is a very hard stone, meaning this will raise up your pH and your general hardness, and the best way to combat that is usually with regular water changes. On the Mohs scale, it's about 2.5 to 4. We do also carry its other variant, which is the Black Mountain Series stone. It's a little bit darker underwater than the normal Boutique Series stone, both are interesting choices. Our last featured stone is black lava and red lava. The lava rocks are cooled magma. These are volcanic stones. They are very lightweight and porous in nature. These are my personal favorite. They're inert, so they won't mess with your water chemistry, and they're perfect for growing nitrifying bacteria on your substrate. Moving on to our wood hardscape, we got the Ghostwood, nicknamed California Driftwood. It's a elegant showpiece type of wood. Like other driftwoods, this does release tannins in your water. You can pre-soak or boil it if you like to remove if you aren't interested in that. But we definitely think this is a very nice show piece type of wood. An underrated piece of wood here at the shop is the cholla wood. Cholla wood's not actually wood, it's the inner skeleton of a cacti. What I like about this is that it's very porous like lava rock. It's great for growing microorganisms. It's perfect for shrimp tanks, nanofish tanks. It's a great piece of wood for doing standing forest type of setups, but honestly the ideas for this are almost endless. So this massive wood you see here before us is spiderwood. Spiderwood is made up of azalea roots, and the reason for the name of spiderwood is because of these spiraling branches you see here before you. It's a very popular showpiece wood, comes in different shapes and sizes, and while this does release hands like our other woods do, it's usually at a much slower pace and it's workaroundable. Thanks for making it to the end of our video, guys. If you guys like what you saw here today, be sure to check out bantan.earth. That's where we got most of our info. Great website. There's much more information in depth over there. We'll leave a link in the description below. Be sure to check them out. Thanks, guys.